I think we often forget about the small town. But these places have incredible people and stories and histories as well. I wanted to document these places, help them tell their stories. To do this, I traveled to a nearby town of 1,000 people in central Alaska known as Salcha. Enjoy these interviews, these memories, these stories from Salcha.
My name is Kim Fuller, and I am a mom, but I am also one of the proprietors of the Salcha Store. I own it with my 3 brothers, my husband, and my children. I do consider myself spiritual. I do believe in God. I think it plays a big part in the way that I live, and the way that I raise my family, and the way that I want to do business in this community. I think that I would like to reflect reflect Christ in my life and what He's done for me. But and I think that plays out in a lot of different ways. I think that one of the big things is to love your neighbor, and I really do love our customers and the people that are around us and our friends and families. But I always try to treat everybody with respect, and forgiveness I think comes in that too. And you have to be anyway, I do filter, I think, most of my decisions through my spiritual life. I grew up in Salcha, but moved here when I was in 2nd grade, and I graduated from Eielson. Went off to college. My parents moved to Fairbanks, and when I was done with college, we lived to North Pole for 9 years, and I just moved back to Salcha 4 years ago. I would describe the community as close-knit, but some people are still very independent and don't want people to bother them or maybe know about them as much. They can be closed off to strangers, but I don't know, I think they're overall very loving people and always willing to help their neighbor. We're much further spread out, our population, than a lot of places, especially New Jersey when we go visit there and the bigger cities. I think mostly Salcha is different now to me because my perspective has changed from adult to childhood. But how has it changed? There's more people, I think. The weather seems to be different. I remember the winters being longer and darker and colder, and that's probably not true because we know the darkness is the same, but it doesn't seem as cold in the last few years from when we were growing up here. I remember being little and going outside, I think in Kansas, and it was hot outside when we opened the door and it was dark, and that was really shocking to me as a little kid, because here if it's dark out, it's usually cold. I remember it being strange to me that it was hot and dark. It's just kind of a strange memory. There's a lot more outdoors events, I feel like, than I remember from the school before. There's a big cross-country skiing program, and that was new to me. I didn't know what it was when I moved here in 2nd grade. I remember not knowing what cross-country skis were, and a friend of mine telling me how close the skis were, and I thought she was kidding, because she was showing me on the ground. She goes, well, your feet are this close and you just slide. And I remember thinking, what is she talking about? I'm not sure how I missed what cross-country skiing was prior to that in my life, but so I came late in the school year in my 2nd grade. So in 3rd grade, I started in the ski club, and I participated in the races through 6th grade, and then the program continued to a team sport, and there was, a ski team, and it was much more involved. It was 6 days a week, and it wasn't what I was interested. I'm not extremely competitive, and I didn't continue. When I was in college, I would ski just for fun, because I actually really do enjoy it, to be outside in the snow, and I appreciated that foundation of the technique from when I was a kid. I was able to go just ski on my own on the trails and know how to step, turn, and do some of the techniques that are pretty important. 4 years ago, we found out that the store was going to be available to purchase. The previous owner was ready to live out of state, closer to family, in the lower 48. And so my brothers, my dad, and I were all talking about it, and we were all really excited about the idea of purchasing the store and moving back out here. At the time, we were living in North Polk and raising our family there. I don't think I'd ever thought about owning a store before, or especially even the Salcha Store, but we all decided that it was a really good opportunity to raise our kids out here, and my husband and I jumped at the idea of coming out. So we purchased the store 4 years ago, and we've made some different changes, but I think we've continued to keep it as a community family general store, and we've really enjoyed it. So this is the Salcha Store in all of its glory. We are in process of giving it an upgrade out front, a little bit of a facelift. So we've just added on this porch over here, and we're gonna do a roof overhang and give it just a facelift. We've gotten new pumps this year. This is it. Come on in. Is that it? Always got a lot of help around small projects. Now you can choose any snack you want, I think. We added this section. We remodeled the bathrooms when we bought the store, and we added this little mini food court. Brought in some old bowling alley chairs. I cannot run this business by myself. It's nice to have family around and extra people, friends and family that help out with all the handyman jobs. I do enjoy the people, and I enjoy hearing their stories. I enjoy knowing where other people are coming from, because their past is always, everybody else has a different story, and I find it really interesting to hear other people's life story and how their path has taken them and brought them back to Salcha or to Salcha.